This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Came across something that I wanted to read. Message to anti-maskers is the title. It's from Something Wicked 11 on Reddit in the Edmonton Reddit thread. So this is locally. And it's just a bit of a wake-up call. If you're still, on the fence of how serious this whole COVID thing is, it's easy to get lost in the shuffle with numbers sometimes if you don't have any personal accounts to it. Well,
that's the thing is for a long time it was just numbers, and I don't want to take away anything from those people who passed away or tested positive. But now it's getting to the point where there are names to those numbers of people that I know personally.
Yeah, lots.
And that's crazy that sometimes that's what it takes for you to potentially take it seriously.
Well, and hearing stories like this is another one that just for me, I think to reiterate these messages from firsthand accounts of what's going on behind the scenes sometimes that we don't see is a good wake-up call for all of us to just continue to be careful and to be ready for that vaccine when it comes. So here is what this nurse had to say. I work at a retirement home in Edmonton and see firsthand the effects of coronavirus on the elderly. We've been pretty lucky so far, but last week we had our first resident test positive for COVID-19, and now we currently have 22 positive cases and 2 deaths all in the span of a week. It breaks my heart to hear that these people, which I've seen almost every day for the last 2.5 years and became super close with, burst into tears because they feel so sick and afraid that they aren't going to see their family again.
Oh, no.
One of the residents, which I call my best friend, can't get out of bed anymore and can barely talk, while his wife had to be rushed to the hospital due to COVID. Currently, we are trying everything we can to limit the spread and make sure that these people who are sick are isolated and well looked after. Recently, I've seen pictures and videos of anti-mask rallies and people protesting, and I just get lost in it. We are trying everything we can to stop the spread of COVID and protect those that are vulnerable, but these anti-mask people can't be bothered to even wear a mask while people are suffering from the virus. Please, everyone, practice proper hygiene and wear a mask in public. You literally save lives when you do this. And to those anti-maskers, take a moment and reflect on your decisions. And I hope you realize that you are affecting countless people.
I saw a really good Facebook status the other day from someone else saying, you can blame the government. You can blame Jason Kenney as a person.
Or Trudeau.
And say, they're ruining your Christmas. No, you're ruining Christmas because you're not protecting people around you. So I thought that was a really interesting way to word it. They're not ruining it for everyone. They're trying. You could potentially be the reason why.
Well, if you start playing the blame game, I don't know where you stop at this point, because it's pretty easy to point the finger and say, it's his fault.
It's that person.
Or it's this person, or it's us. But I think if we all just continually try to wake up to the fact of how real and dangerous this is and make good decisions for not only yourself, but the people around you and even the people you can't see, like in this story, that maybe we'll be able to get through this with as minimal damage as possible.
I learned something recently as well, that this isn't the first time something like a pandemic has happened. Like Shakespeare had to shut down. They couldn't put on plays and performances for a while due to a pandemic. They all had to wear masks back when Shakespeare had shows. That's crazy to think that this is something we can get through if we just do it properly.
Just because it's new to our generation doesn't mean it hasn't happened before, yeah. What card game are you wanting to share with me as we look ahead at a very boring holiday season?
Yeah, card games aren't going to make it more exciting.
You seem to be agreeing with Lisa, Shane.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are reaching pretty hard there. I think there's a lot better topics you guys could cover around Christmas.
Then what card game to play?
I completely agree. I think the party's over as soon as someone says, all right, what card game should we play? I'm leaving. I'm going to Cook County.
The party's just starting.
No.
And too bad for you.
Yeah, I can't go to Cook County. But, all right, let's talk about what card games you're going to play. I don't know who you're going to be playing these card games with. It's not going to be me.
Well, what if I make good snacks?
What kind of snacks are we talking?
Well, whatever you want.
Okay, I want all the dips. I want a shrimp ring.
Okay,
What else do I want? Maybe a poutine bar.
All the dips isn't a thing. A dip is a thing. It's not. We're not having guests. You can.
No, I
pick
still want
dip.
to eat the way I would if people were coming
God.
over for Christmas parties or gatherings.
That's the only way you'll play card games.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. I need you. You're a cohort. You're in my household. It's going to be you, me, Grant.
Yeah, he can play cards with you. He's from Saskatchewan. It's a small town thing. Go
and
for
my
it.
daughter. We need 4 for a lot of these games.
Ew.
Oh, I hate that you won't even try.
Well, I'm glad you... Why don't you... Can you play virtually
No.
with all these losers on the text line that are suggesting? I'm kidding.
Don't call Annika, Chris, Matt, other Matt, Justin, Scuba Steve, or Angela losers. They don't deserve that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I think
But like,
they all have
come
a
on.
new favorite on the show.
Come on, guys.
This guy.
Be better.
Canasta, Yu-Gi-Oh! 45s. Phase 10
What
is
is-
fantastic.
Oh, those are
apparently.
games. I thought those were other texters.
No, oh, God. Play 107, it's Ryder and Lisa. Well, Lisa's out grabbing a coffee, but Kelsey's on the phone. She wants to talk about playing card games. I'm very excited by the idea of more card games this holiday season.
I just wanted to say that card games, I know you guys are debating about it right now, but that's something my boyfriend's family and I do all the time. So there's a lot of fun things. There's 2500, there's gin. So you'll have a lot of fun.
Well, I know that, but with so many of these games, I need a 4th, and she's the only one that doesn't want to play. She's like, no, I'll just read. Oh, she's back. Nothing?
What?
No.
What'd you say about me?
No, we were just talking about other stuff.
Lisa, I tried the white hot chocolate and espresso yesterday. Very good, by the way, from Tim Hortons.
So good, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you later, Kels.
What's going on?
Nothing?
I'm obsessed with this story. 41-year-old Eric Baza was a prankster in high school, grew up in Ontario, so he's Canadian and Filipino. And since elementary school, his school pictures, he's wearing a Bugs Bunny t-shirt. He would do skits all the time at school. He even was the valedictorian, not because of his brains, but because of how much he entertained his classmates. He would do Ace Ventura impressions, Austin Powers. He would do the morning announcements in a Homer Simpson voice. And now, at 41 years old, he is the voice of Bugs Bunny
What?
in the next movie. So now he's just hanging out with LeBron?
Well, I doubt it. Like, they're probably just voicing from, like, separate countries even.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
And he even wrote in his yearbook, if I'm famous one day, hit me up, I'll throw a party. So like, all right. Well,
Right.
we can't right now, but
Pretty soon it's going to be party time.
I'm just proud of him. A Filipino Canadian living his best life, doing exactly what he was meant to be doing. So big ups.
Tell me something good.
My story is about a 15-year-old who was worried about his dad, who suffered from PTSD. He was a retired serviceman. And after he came back from his service in the military, he'd wake up with like cold sweats, bad dreams of things he saw, and just...
Can't imagine.
Yeah, I know. What none of us want to have to even think about. Anyway, his son was really worried about him and how this kept on happening at night, and so developed an anti-night terror smartwatch app so that when his dad's heart rate starts going up, his phone will just do like a slight buzz to kind of wake him up and just readjust his sleeping patterns, which like 80% of the time breaks the bad dreams that he's having. Anyway, it worked super well, and now it's been put through a few different app designers are developing the idea even stronger and better.
It's
and
brilliant.
It's going to be ready to roll out. I think it's only available to people who get a prescription for it from their doctor or get the okay that they should be wearing it. But anyway, even Apple's jumping on this now. It's FDA approved, the whole shebang.
Tell me something good.
Traditions are a fun thing. Like growing up, we used to get ornaments every year from Mom with our like the date written on it, and they'd be like completely all over the place, never really the same. Some years I guess there was a theme, and now I pull this box out and try to decorate the tree with my daughter, and she's like, "Oh, you were my age when you got this one," and it brings back so many memories. And then you take them all down and put up nice decorations instead.
Yeah, basic ones.
Yeah,
that all match.
Right.
But this year it's going to be a lot different with traditions, it seems. Like, for example, there's a lot of people every year when I was in St. Albert Children's Theatre Productions, they would sell out the whole week. And that's 400 seats every single night, twice a day, because they do afternoon shows as well.
Right.
So if you're not going to do that this year, we did it differently. We did a virtual production that you can watch every night on YouTube at 7:30. I think that's so cute.
And maybe that becomes a tradition if it does really well, which it looks like it might do. You know what I mean?
And Eileen wrote in saying, we play tile rummy every year. So this year we downloaded an app called Rummy Cub.
Yeah.
So we can play together on our phones without my grandpa cheating and yelling at everyone.
See, back to cards. I think we probably
get
should
it.
have stuck with talking about card games.
But I wanted to share this viral story of a tradition that a wife has been doing with her husband for 41 years straight. Every single work day, she packs his lunch and makes him a sandwich.
I wish.
Right? Goals. And every single day, the sandwich has one bite taken out of it that she took. And the reason being is really sweet. Like, originally you hear that and you're like, that's annoying.
She just likes sandwiches.
No, but it's a symbol. Because she can't join him for lunch. She takes a bite, so it's like they had lunch together. So he'll get home and say, saw you join me for lunch today. That was sure good. Like, bless.
Yeah.
41 years. That's like 9,000 sandwiches.
It would also be reassuring to see a bite out of it every morning to know she didn't try to poison you to death.
That's true.
Right? A few good things going on there. Although, I don't know about this. I like a full sandwich.
You hate when people ask for a bite of your food.
Well, especially you.
It's just a bite.
You'll be like, can I have a bite of your donut? And you'll be holding a different one in your hand.
Yeah, that's a different flavor. I want to enjoy both flavors.
Okay.
I just want a little taste test.
But like, maybe if she made a sandwich and a half, then have a bite, then I get like an extra couple bites.
That
That's
would
dope.
be next level, though, if she made 2 sandwiches.
Right.
Cut one in half, had half of that, and he got, a sandwich. He's probably starving.
You know what?
He's probably like, oh, I wish I had one more bite.
He's probably a couple pounds under what he would be, too, if he'd been eating full sandwiches all these years.
That's a bit much. Like, it's
Well,
one bite.
I know, but
You're just saying that because you've seen the bites I take, and it's actually like a full sandwich.
I'd lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Play 107.
Legit, people can and will complain about absolutely anything online these days. To prove that point, I wanted to do it on the radio. I want you and some of the texters to throw things at me that you think may be impossible to complain about.
Sure.
And I'll see what I can do.
Okay, Lee wrote in saying, what about the Salvation Army Santas?
Enough with that bell. We get it.
Keep in mind, these are not Ryder's actual opinions.
Oh,
These
they're
are
not?
just, they are not. Ryder, stop it. Okay, Tim suggested, can you complain about listening to your show?
Yeah. You ever heard that Lisa chick?
You just want a brand new car.
Oh, great. How much is insurance going to be on that?
Oh, I don't know if you can do this one. James said, try to complain about the stallery.
You ever tried to find parking?
That's the thing, is people will complain about these things. Okay, what if a 10 out of 10 woman just asked you out on a date?
Okay. No thanks. How ugly am I going to look beside her?
Fresh, hot coffee first thing in the morning. I dare you to try and complain about that.
Great. I have to poop already?
A newborn baby.
Oh, good. Yeah, the healthcare system's already overwhelmed. Pretty selfish for you to bring another person into it.
Buffalo chicken dip.
The best part about buffalo wings are the actual wings. Thanks for just taking all the good stuff away from it.
See, that one's just like a wrong opinion.
No.
Yeah. And last but not least, we're trying to see if Ryder can complain about anything, even if it seems impossible to do so. Stephanie says, try and complain about apple pie.
Anything that you need to put ice cream on to be good isn't that good.
Wow, you really can complain about anything.
Yeah. Time for Recommend Something. We've both tracked down brilliant ideas and we share them with you.
Yeah, so over the weekend, we did an ugly face mask competition. Instead of ugly sweaters, everyone just had one of the blue masks and a bunch of little like stickers and
It was awesome.
cotton balls.
We had a huge party. There was like 35 people
It was
there.
amazing. Just kidding, no.
It was just you, me, and my daughter.
Yeah, and it was so fun. And it's easy. You just like put stickers on the mask.
Honestly,
I
yeah.
made a little Santa out of different tissue paper, which, by the way, at the dollar store, you can get like these bundles of different kinds of paper, and they're all cut into different sizes, and they come together.
Super helpful for making homemade Christmas cards.
Yeah,
too.
some of them are like felt and green. Others
they're
are
cute.
shiny and red. Super convenient and a lot of fun.
My daughter put a little red dot on one of her reindeer. She had reindeer all along the bottom of her mask, and it was like the cutest moment when she realized she just made Rudolph, and it all came together. It was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, probably one of my favorite crafts that we've ever done.
I like that you wasted all of the cotton balls, though, and made yours into just a big white beard.
Yeah, I looked awesome. All right, time for my recommend something. If you have a little extra cash around the holidays, like that exists.
That's hilarious.
Think about investing in a small turkey operation.
What?
Well, like a small turkey farm. And I'm not talking about like a small farm. I'm talking about a farm dedicated to breeding small birds.
Ryder,
Well,
for 1 year?
You
For
think-
1 year
yeah.
of small turkeys?
You ever heard of buy low and sell high? You can sell your stocks after you make a bunch of money. But I just think if there are any farms out there that breed small birds, small turkeys, those are going to be flying off the shelf this year.
Turkeys don't fly.
They can, just not very far. Anyway,
This is a terrible suggestion.
I'm sorry. You think a lot of
recommend
24-pound turkeys are getting sold this year?
Recommend
No.
something isn't about using satire. Like, we're not joking around here.
I'm not joking. If there is a company out there that manufactures and grows petite turkeys, those things are going to be popular this year.
Yeah, same with what's that company that sells the microwave turkey dinners?
Swanson?
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Mike on the phone. What's up, dude?
Hey, I'm just calling in to validate you on the small turkeys. I work at a grocery store, and we get asked like 50 times a day for small turkeys.
See?
And are there any in stock? Like, come on.
No, we got none. Everything is giant and frozen, so you can't even like cut it up and only cook half of it. You got to cook the whole thing.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to invest in these stocks when there is no stock to begin with.
There is.
No.
There are small turkey
Who's going
farms.
to no, that's way too late.
Tim's
They would be
ti-
all
I think-
over the store by now.
I would say that it's potentially too late, but
Thank you.
it's a great idea.
Not too late. I just found on the New York Stock Exchange Tim's Tiny Turkeys.
You made that up? Why don't you just get a chick? That's a chicken, bro.
It's not the same. A chicken is not a turkey.
Yeah, Lisa. That's fairly breedist.
What?
Very birdist comment.
Yeah.
Birdist, that's it. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike.
Pay
Mike.
attention. He's just.
Well, you were saying a bunch of other names. Timmy. I got confused.
Wow. Thanks for being part of our strangest conversation of the week.
Call
so
us
far.
more.
It's good. This was good. Okay.
Take care, Mike.
Play 107.
Christmas is going to be a little different this year, but like, for example, when I get to the pot of gold, first overall draft pick.
Yeah, you get the big piece in the middle,
Yeah.
or the ones that have the buttercream in them.
Whereas, like, usually you're like, oh, good. The strawberry one.
Oh, the coffee ones. Ugh.
What are you really excited about this year?
Nothing drives me crazier than someone that opens their gift too slow. So, not going to be saying that. Especially, like, we always do this, like, work gift exchange where we all watch one person open a gift one at a time, and there would be, like, 20 of us in the room.
Remember how
it would
long?
take forever.
Remember how long Dana took last year?
I yelled at her. I said, Dana,
Yeah.
open it. What is it?
Well, especially because we're doing like the thing where you like steal gifts from other people, and
This is so
it already
funny.
takes 3 hours, and Dana's sitting there
I know.
like
She's
one.
like, what do you think it is, guys? I was like, Dana, please. We don't get pizza till after this gift exchange.
So we get to avoid that this year too. Put it on the list.
I'm really excited to not have my family judge me for how much I eat before dinner. Like, my dad is the type that's always like, quit eating. You're not going to
Right.
eat your dinner. And I'm like, but there's dip
and buns.
and a shrimp ring.
You know how
Like,
much
what do you
dip I can
want?
fit on this bun?
I need to eat this.
What about you?
Me and my parents being the only ones that bring enough food for everyone when the entire extended family gets together for dinner at my Bubba's retirement home.
Wow. You had that one ready to rip, eh? Feel good to vent?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I needed that for sure. It's a Monday.
Not sharing the neck is going to be on the list for me as well.
Save
I
the neck
love
for me,
the
Clark.
turkey neck.
Ew, gross. Christina says, best thing is my mom isn't going to silently judge how much I'm drinking. And I don't have to pretend I'm sober breaking expensive things.
I actually had a phone conversation with my parents a couple days ago and made it official that we wouldn't be coming out there.
Yeah.
And Dad said, well, I guess I'll be saving a lot of money on not having to restock my liquor cabinet.
Oh, God.
And I was like, you're right.
You're right.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.